The 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships are brought to you by Discraft, manufacturer of the 175-gram Disc Ultrastar, the official disc of the UPA and the 2003 College Ultimate Championships. By the disc clubs of the San Francisco area, where the Bay goes to play. And by the Atlanta Flying Disc Club. Colorado finds itself down by 3, 12-9 against Wisconsin. The Mama Birds' Josh Ackley knew he needed to make something happen.
The way I get open, I just try to set people up in. I've worked with these guys for 3 or 4 years, so I know exactly when they're going to put it, and you know, I just can read the disc well and get up on people. Yeah, I told the team if we won regionals, I'd dye my hair pink, so it worked out.
It worked out for us, because I see the kid every time he runs. Every time.
Colorado starting to play with the big pull. Looks like it's inbounds at about the 5-yard line. Wisconsin putting the disc in play.
D now, go D, come on!
Colorado coming out in the zone. Looks like they're keeping the zone. Now they come into the man. Wisconsin finding the open player. And the big hook. Wisconsin with the catch. That's a goal.
Started trading from there. Yeah, it's tough at that point, you know.
Wisconsin is set up. Colorado is in a flat stack, looking to isolate a player in space. They take the dump to maintain possession.
The last point was pretty unfortunate. I mean, we had a freshman in, you know, semis nationals first year, and he got fouled in the mark.
Hand block from Wisconsin.
Just didn't make the call. And I mean, you know, but ultimately it's a game where you never lose a game based on the single action of one player, you know. It's a team game. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose as a team. If you're going to win, you're going to win as a team.
Wisconsin throwing to the middle of the field. You can tell the disc is visibly tacoed. Wisconsin advancing to the finals.
Easiest pie!
I've been fortunate enough to have a few game-winning catches, but nothing matches the semifinals win at Nationals.
I mean, you can overachieve as much as you want, but your season ends on a loss, and you see the seniors, you know, it just kills you. It's an awesome game, awesome game. One of the funnest I've ever played.
This was our game. We're not going to miss that chance next year, okay? We're going to win it next year. We're 1 for 2. Hey, listen, boys.
You know, we lost the semis, but we're not sad about it because we got farther than anybody thought we would.
Not bad, boys. Not bad. You guys have nothing to hang your heads about. Nothing to hang your heads about. You guys overachieved. Strength there. You guys overachieved. That's a strength there.
I didn't put us past quarters here, and we, you know, made it to semis. All of our games were tight. All of them were good. Really proud of this team for sure.
So it will be 4th-seeded Wisconsin in the final, where they'll go up against the winner of the other semifinal, Oregon versus Carleton College. Stay tuned to College Sports Television for coverage of that game, as well as the women's competition. This has been a presentation of College Sports Television. For more information on college sports, log on to cstv.com. For more information on the Ultimate Players Association, go to www.upa.org. Thank you for watching.
Ultimate is a chance to play your heart out.
Pure athleticism and a lot of spirit.
The most athletic thing I've ever done.
The willingness to abuse your body.
Ultimate is
addictive and you cannot stop.
From the campus of the University of Texas in Austin, College Sports Television is proud to present the 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships. Today it's the first women's semifinal, Brown University going up against MIT. The National Championship Tournament is the culmination of a year in which 370 teams participated, with the top 16 men's and women's teams making it here. MIT came in as the 5th-seeded team and has already defeated 7th-seeded Brown earlier this season. Here are the basics in Ultimate. A 70-yard field with 25-yard end zones, 7 players on each team. Scoring occurs when the disc is caught in the opponent's end zone, but you can't advance the disc by running. Turnovers include stalling and drop discs. Games are to 15, win by 2. There are no refs in Ultimate. Observers are here to help settle disputed calls.
Hi, I'm Ted Munter. I'm one of the coaches of the Brown Women's Ultimate Frisbee team. We call ourselves Disco Inferno. If you're going to watch 4 players on our team, would be the 4 seniors. Emily Bubbers, who is a cutter for the offense, and Maureen McCamley, who is a handler for the offense. On defense, Lindsay Wong is our toughest role player, and Rachel Weston, who's one of our captains. I think the key to this match is how tired each team is. We've been out here for a long, hard games in the hot sun, and so it's going to be who can push through the heat. They've generally had the advantage on us. They've been a little better. They beat us at regionals, which is the qualifying competition. We hope we can bring it to them in this game, but we're friends and we hope it'll be a great competition.
Hi, my name is Lee Zamir. I'm one of the coaches for MIT's Smite Ultimate Frisbee team, women's. You just heard Brown talk about what kind of team they're bringing. We're real psyched to see Brown here in the semifinals. We do have some players you might want to watch. Kathy Dobson, she's an incredible player both in and out. And you're going to see Nancy Sun. She's an all-around glue of the team, but what she does is by moving the disc around, she brings out the best in all the other players that we have on Smite.
My name's Sam, and I'm a lines person for this game. I'm signaling whether plays are in and out of bounds for the observers. There's 2, one on each corner of the field. They're the ones who are actively making the line calls and helping out with foul calls in the game. And I'm going to be providing a little bit of commentary.
The pull is best described as a kickoff. It's how we start the point off, and it's if you have a good puller, it's a huge advantage. You don't realize that till later, but if you get your team some time to get down there and get the disc to float, that really helps you off defensively.
Brown's starting the game off with a 3-person cup. They just switched to man.
We knew that we were going to play Brown in the semis. It just we've beaten them twice already, I think, in the past year, and we knew what to expect from them. But at the same time, they knew what to expect from us. So we knew they were going to come out hard. We just wanted to make sure that we came out hard too.
Hold the mark in. Puck deep, score for MIT.
It's good to start out that way.
I graduated from Brown last year. However, I don't really think it helped. They've changed their offense a little bit. It was exciting to see all my friends, and it was such a fun semifinals. I wish they came in the other side, but they've changed, so I don't really think that is a great, strong help. We've beat them many, many times before this.
Pick called, play stops while they sort it out.
A pick is when you're playing defense. It's actually legal in basketball and not legal in Frisbee. So if you're playing defense and your offender makes you run through another person or around another person, that's considered a pick.
Come on, Rachel. Come on, Rachel. Come on, Jack. MIT with a nice forehand for the second goal of the game.
I think the Berkeley game, we gave it our all. We played really hard, and I think it did take something out of us for the next game. We had one player who got heat exhaustion and had to sit out, one of our top players, and I know that a lot of us were really dead.
A huck is just a long throw, Hail Mary sometimes, or sometimes it can be set up, but they're the pretty points of the game, the long hucks.
It's up and goal, MIT.
And after another Brown turnover, MIT would take advantage. April Rosala finds Meryl Dale Rosario in the end zone. MIT, nicknamed Smite, was doing just that.
MIT takes a 4-0 lead.
MIT was turning Brown black and blue. Timeout called. Can the Disco Inferno catch the fire?
have to work to get on your first even?
When we're on, we are so on. And when we get down, people tend to put their heads down and we sometimes give up.
The 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships are brought to you by Discraft, manufacturer of the 175-gram Discraft Ultra Star, the official disc of the UPA and the 2003 College Ultimate Championships. By Cycle Time, special thanks to Cycle Time Corporation. And by the Washington Area Frisbee Club, dedicated to promoting flying discs in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. College Sports Television's coverage of the 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships continues from Austin, Texas. MIT all over Brown early, 4-0. MIT was seeded second in their pool, but dominated. The quarterfinal match against third-seeded UC San Diego, a close one. Brown had to play an extra game to get here, and it was huge. A 15-13 win over the top seed UC Berkeley, but the Texas sun took its toll. 2 Brown players are out of this semi with heat exhaustion. 2 of the top 4 women's teams were knocked out early. Lower seeded teams got roughed up, although 9th seed and host Texas made it to the quarters. Not bad for a team ranked 34th nationally in the regular season.
All right, here we go. 4-0 MIT. Brown just called a timeout. We're back.
I think the smaller number of players on a similarly sized field makes it a lot different, right? With football or soccer with 11 on 11, there's a lot less space to be used, and people don't have to be running 100% all of the time. Like for 90 minutes, soccer players aren't sprinting the whole time, but Ultimate players will play 3 points and come out walking on their tongues because there's just so much space to be had and so much running to be done. So I would say that's the main difference.
Scoring the first 4 goals in any game is crucial because, you know, once you get in their heads and they know that you are 4 points ahead already, it's a hard deficit to come back from, and it takes a lot of energy, especially in this Texas heat.
Brown with the layout for the goal. We're at 4-1 MIT.
That was hot. I've seen many others from her, though. She's a hot player.
They had 1 point. We have to give it to them. They have a great offense, a great team. We relied on our defense, and once in a while, just being tired, we let them go through and let them slide.
But MIT wouldn't slide much. Dobson to Shiljan, 5-1.
We're just playing our game. It's what we've been doing all year, what we'll do from now on.
And Ultimate has this, like no other sport I know of, they expect you to play your best and then take a half an hour, and then play better than your best as the competition gets better. And I don't know any other sport that requires that of people, and then to do that in this heat.
Oh, beautiful throw. MIT scores again, 7-1. They're really making it look easy.
We have a very moody team, and when we're on, we are so on. And when we get down, people tend to put their heads down and we sometimes give up. I think that MIT scoring 4 points on us definitely, shook us up a bit, and we were already feeling tired and feeling the heat.
The temperature was well into the 90s. MIT had more rest and more confidence, and even throws caught by the wind were falling into Smite's hands.
Oh, MIT, that's halftime.
So it's MIT with a huge halftime lead of 8-1. Time now for a little Ultimate 101. Today's lesson, how to throw the disc.
Hi, my name is Kathy Lee, and I'm captain of the University of Georgia Women's Ultimate Frisbee team, the Ho-Dogs. I'm here to talk to you today about a couple of different throws that are used in Ultimate. The first is called a backhand, and it's start on this side of your body. It can be thrown one of 2 ways, either an outside in with the outside edge up, or inside out with the outside edge down. The other common throw is called a forehand or a flick. It can be also thrown outside in or inside out. There are also a couple of specialty throws in Ultimate. An interesting thing that happens when you throw the Frisbee over your head as a hammer is that it actually turns upside down and comes back to the receiver. When the disc stays straight and doesn't flatten out, that's when it's called a blade. Another throw, a crowd favorite, is called a scoober, and is thrown over your shoulder in a scooping motion to break the mark or to throw to the area that your defense does not want you to throw to. Those are just some of the throws used in Ultimate.
When we come back, the second half from Austin, MIT leading Brown 8-1.
When we were up 8-1, we felt pretty good about ourselves. We went off into the shade to just kind of cool down and to keep our heads focused because we knew they were going to come out again hard in the second half.
The 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships are brought to you by Disc Northwest, promoting Ultimate and Spirit of the Game in the Pacific Northwest. By Wemo, special thanks to Wemo. And by Buddha, the Boston Ultimate Disc Alliance. Back in Austin, Texas, the 2003 UPA College Ultimate Championships. The women's semifinal match between MIT and Brown. The second half starts now.
Yeah, Brown! Fire me up, Disco!
All right, here we go. MIT's pulling 8-1 after halftime.
At half, I don't know if our mindset was on the score, 8-1. We didn't talk about it much. It was just, we knew we were playing good Ultimate and we wanted to carry that momentum into the second half.
MIT does not have as much depth as we do, and so, you know, if we'd kept going, they were tired.
Starting off the half with a lot of turnovers.
I was thinking about it as one point at a time, and let's just get the next point, get the next point. And that's all you can really do at that point. You can't really think so far ahead.
It hasn't even hit 75 in Boston. We play wind, snow. It snowed just a few weeks ago. Texas is a little different. Too bad we couldn't have had maybe 2 more days to acclimate down here, but we just finished finals the day before we left.
But again, it was MIT turning up the heat on Brown. Another connection to Merrill Del Rosario in the end zone. It was 10-1.
Come on, Disco, come on, bring it in. 20 seconds.
No individual can make the team by themselves. You can't, it's not like football where you can run a ball in, or baseball where you can hit a home run. You have to work with your team, and you have to cut off of your team, and you pass it to your team. You can't run with the disc, so it's all about, it's a team sport. You can't score without the rest of your team.
And again, Brown's set in the zone. We've been seeing a lot of this where they throw a zone for a few passes. Oh, worked out there. And Brown scores. That brings us to 10-2.
Brown had finally gotten back on the scoreboard, and while the Disco Inferno was down big, their spirits remained high. It's a trademark of Ultimate, where sportsmanship and fun rule. They call it Spirit of the Game.
Happy birthday to you.
The spirit of the game is the idea that you are playing for the love of the game and not, and the competitor is not the enemy, but a fellow competitor.
There's no referees in Ultimate, so that's a huge thing because it really relies on the spirit of the game for the people to kind of have faith that the other team is going to make like respectable calls.